It's the mecca for education. We have so many different hospitals here and colleges and universities that it's really an amazing feeling to be living in the city with so many intelligent people and to have all this exchange of ideas.
Beth Israel offers just a tremendous amount of opportunities. In general, the first thing is that it's in Boston, which is a really fun city.
From the time you're an intern, to a resident, to a fellow, to an attending, there's a lot of emphasis on the importance of teaching.
Resident education is very, very important to them, and you can tell. I mean, you can tell that on a daily basis.
You can walk in the halls and see lots of people you know from different departments, and yet there's cutting-edge research and cutting-edge clinical care that's going on.
I think what's most important when you're happy as a resident is that you know you're being clinically well trained and that you're supported by your program and your faculty. And Beth Israel is that place.
We believe here at Beth Israel Deaconess that our residents are just an absolutely critical part of the entire mission of the medical center.
The residents somewhat reflect the faculty advisors as well. They really show great camaraderie for each other, and for the program itself, and a deep sense of pride.
What really struck me was how passionate everyone was.
We have 2 overnights there.
Everyone's learning from each other. We're learning from other departments, we're sharing wisdom.
I think one of the best strengths that you find here at Beth Israel is the experience and the knowledge and talent of our program directors. Our program directors get to know the residents, they figure out what they're interested in, they really draw out their strengths, and you come out a better doctor.
I think there is a tremendous amount of individual attention on each resident and concern for each resident's well-being.
I think the key issue is to get them directed to the right mentors. And so one of the things that we're able to do, people can find where they might fit in the best way.
Just being in the Harvard community, there's a wealth of resources. Specifically, I was really interested in global health. I traveled to Kenya and I worked at a hospital there it's a women's hospital. And then in this 3rd year, I went to Geneva and I spent 5 weeks at the World Health Organization.
You're not linked into just benchtop research. You have options of doing clinical research, outcomes research, getting a master's in public health.
There's quite a bit of focus in humanism and patient-doctor relationship, as well as a lot of teaching and opportunity to learn. They also have a great connection with the community health clinics.
We are large enough to really give a resident any opportunity they'd like to have, yet we have sort of a customized individual approach to each resident.
The vast majority of graduates of our residency and fellowship programs really get their best choices about what they want to do. Our residents go on to premier fellowships here and elsewhere around the country.
I watched every resident in years ahead of me go on to either join a practice that they really wanted, or the vast majority of people went on to fellowships that they really wanted.
It seemed like people were really happy to have our graduates on their staff and are pretty eager to take us on.
They become leaders, and that's one of the things we're proud of.
You really want to be in an environment where you feel comfortable, where you can thrive, where you're happy, where you feel supported.
I think any medical student who is really interested in furthering the next step of their career should think about coming to Beth Israel.
I think when it came down to it, it was the people, the gut feeling and the people who you meet when you're interviewing that kind of leads you to one place or another.
They don't skimp on my experience. They don't let me get away with things. They really, truly ask a lot of me, and I think that makes me a better doctor.